1979 Formula 2 champion he was all those years ago. Best result in Formula 1. He never got on the podium. He was fourth in the Italian Grand Prix in 1985 in the magnificent Gordon Murray designed Brabham BMW. Well, cars setting off here in this sun will start to drop. Just talking to a couple of drivers, they've remembered to put on their dark, dusky visors because it can really get in your eyes towards the end of this. See the longer shadows here.
Their confirmation of the grid then, and it's Nielsen and Uben on the front row with Dennis Trebing, who's with a punt from Trebing.
Yep.
Mika Salo alongside. Good showing from the legend Mika Salo. Then it's Bert Binder, then it's Jensen Oostenrijk. Dan's Gladic and Martin alongside Gladic. Then it's Mark Sura, Giesler, Litvin, Fauna, Berkman, Ramirez, Iceman, Gatting, Bowler.
Shall we say the rest of them? Yeah. But the third legend there, Grand Prix driver Eric van der Poel, I've noticed it's spelt wrong on the list there, but 50-year-old from Verviers. He was the DTM champion in 1987, lucked into it a little bit, and he only had 5 starts in Grand Prix, but he's famous for winning the Spa 24 Hours. I think he won it 5 times, because it comes from that area. And one of his best results driving for the Modena Lamborghini team at Monaco way back, and he ran sort of oil near the end. He's won Sebring 12 Hours and Petit Le Mans. So Eric van der Poel, a guy, you see him in the paddock in a cowboy hat. You see sort of a trademark. So look, the temperature is still 33 degrees, like a hot summer's day here, and nobody expected this. But there's a championship to be won here, and usually the winner goes on to move into a Porsche Carrera Cup drive. I noticed last year's winner wasn't in the Porsche Carrera Cup. We need to check that one out. The previous winner did drive in the championship. Maybe he's moved on to a different series. And of course, was our Polish ace last year.
So this one-make series then, the first one-make series using natural gas technology.
Yep. Just name check because the champion Matt Lisowski saw him dominate this championship last year. But here they're coming, and as you said, just tell us about the special fuel they've got.
So yes, they run on this natural gas technology, which is, I have to say, there's been some fantastic features in some of the Scirocco information about how this gas is developed.
Yeah, I think it's agricultural waste mainly.
Indeed.
I think, and in fact they've got a great big round tank in the back. You see the back seats. You see this big tank in pressurized tank, but it's very efficient. 80% less CO2 gas. And Erd gas to the people who are developing this. Maybe something for the future. You see 2 numbers on that car, 23 and 15. 15 is how many push-to-passes they have at their available finger. And
we just saw Mark Sura there, who was wearing the number 16 because he's got 16 pushes to
because
pass.
it's where he's starting from, so that's fair enough.
And the great thing is about that, they get counted down as they are used.
But you can use a bit of strategy. You try and save them up and keep your position. And you'll see it clearly, and we'll see blue lights flashing. Expect most people who use it at the start, they usually do. And you should see, unless it's not on this year, the blue light on the back of the car. They use it more in the qualifying, but in the race they've got these, most of them 15, 16, 17 goes. It gives an extra 50 horsepower, starting with 230 through the front-wheel drive here. Boost it to 280. That's a lot of horsepower for a little car like this. And we're almost ready to go, Dave. And season number 3 of the Volkswagen Scirocco Cup is go. And look at those blue lights come on, and they're all on the button. So that's all negated, except the one of the cars seemed to be saving it up, and that was Dennis Trebing. I don't think he used it. Don't think he used it, and that will come in handy later.
Okay.
It's Ola Nielsen into the lead, though.
They get away reasonably well. We've seen some fantastic action from this Scirocco R Cup over the course of the seasons, and we expect this season to be absolutely no different. And whilst they all get away relatively cleanly, a bit of jostling going on in the mid-order there. But Ola Nielsen is one of the stars from the series last year.
Yeah, well, been in it 3 years. This will be his 3rd year now. Before that, he was an ace in Genettas back in his native Sweden. He'll be difficult to beat here. But let's see how this... well, watch out for those blue lights. That means they're on the button. And actually, Sarlo's gone third, moved in front of Trebbing. And we'll be able to spot at times how many boosts are left.
That was really interesting because I was watching Mika Salo from the very start, and his thumb must have been on that button.
Oh yeah, it was on that button.
He was straight on it, and now he's challenging for second with Uben there, who's currently in second place. Mika Salo then, you know, still racing today. He's racing in the Italian Superstar Series at the moment. He's loving being out here and the opportunity to be out here in the Scirocco R Cup Series as one of the legends, and there he is. He's right on the back of Uben there.
He's never raced a front-wheel drive car before. He's done the Arctic Rally in a Ford Fiesta. Deal he set up with Malcolm Wilson. When he got the car, it wasn't quite what he expected, because he thought he was getting a Super 2000, and he got a little Fiesta Cup car instead, and that's the only experience in motorsport he has of front-wheel drive. He's certainly come to terms with it very quickly indeed, but I mean, oh dear, no, that's Mark Sura.
Well, I never.
He's off already, and there's a damage there.
So the car there, isn't
yeah,
it?
well, and then he got punted again.
Well, I think that was Patrick Eisman that he
yeah, but he went in quite hard, Mark. Just got married the other day. And somebody else with quite a lot of damage on the front. And there is Mark Sura in the famous helmet.
So his race done.
It'll be nicely hacked off, I'm sure.
So Nielsen, Uben, Salo then also off, and that is the car that Eisman, as I said, that he, to be honest, sure looked like he just turned in front of Eisman. That wasn't the cause of the accident, if you like.
I think he was still struggling when he, you know, he'd already had a problem, Mark Sura. So Nielsen, Uben, and then Trebbing has dropped behind the Turkish driver, Bayender.
Now Bayender, he really shone in free practice, Andrew.
Yeah, he did, and he's had 2 seasons where he's not been anything special at all. Yellow flags out here at the hairpin. The officials just got to clear a bit of debris away. And bits of bodywork being... It's been a long day for those marshals. You know, they've been here since 8:30 this morning, working away in the sun.
So hopefully we'll see here where it went wrong for sure.
I think it was there, wasn't it?
Yes, I think so.
It's one of those sort of concertina effect things. And then he got punted off, and he went in quite hard.
A bit of an impact there, wasn't it? Oh, there, one of the Hardy marshals retrieving some of the debris.
So Nielsen in the lead. Uben pushing hard. Not sure what went wrong with him last year. He was fighting for the championship in the first year.
Looks like Salo has got past Uben.
Yeah, remember, Salo doesn't count for points.
No.
There'll be a separate podium for the legends.
Indeed,
and now there'll only be 2 of them on it.
Salo is pushing that push to pass button again.
Yeah, oh, and Trebbing, I think, is back past Bayender.
And round there goes Lucas Scherer, the German junior driver. So the way it looks now on track then, as Andrew says, there's 2 podiums to be racing for here. It's Nielsen first, then we see Mika Salo then in second place on track, who's leading the legends. Uben then in third place, Trebbing in fourth with Bayender, who shot well in free practice in fifth place, and Adam Gladic then in sixth.
Yeah, Gladic is another Polish guy who's back for a 3rd season. And one thing we should say, Dave, there are 2 separate, we mentioned the Legends categories, but aside from that, we've got the Pro Cup guys, and then there's a separate junior championship for the under 23s or 23 and under without much experience. And there's some interesting people in there that we hope to see coming through. Last year, we had a lot of success from one of them. Of course, he's moved up now, and just trying to check out where Moritz Österreich is lying, the 20-year-old. He won the Junior Cup last year, son of a famous German racing driver, currently still racing in the truck series. Hasn't started yet this year, the FIA European Truck Championship.
Now, Salo is really beginning to hound Nielsen.
You know,
he's using a lot of his pushes to pass. Nielsen has been a little bit more conservative in his use of that extra benefit and the extra pass there, as you see. Out onto the gravel there goes Berg Bayender.
Yeah, and he's dropped back. So that Berg He's been quite fast on occasion last year, but he just can't string a race together.
Yeah, he was sitting in 5th place before that little skirmish.
Well, he got up to, he got past Trebbing, didn't he, at one stage?
Now, why are the Polish so very, very good in this Scirocco?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, we had Marek Steinhoff the first year who battled for the championship, didn't we?
So, Nilsson, Salo, Uben, Trebbing, and then it's Gladic.
One thing Dave have to check out is the points, because in the 2 previous seasons, the early races don't count for full points. This is to give the newcomers a chance. So I've never heard this rule in any other championship anywhere.
And that's Binder then.
Yeah.
Taken to the gravel.
Yep, doing a bit of rally crossing. Gets a bit more grip then. And well, a good big move from number 9 car. He's trying really hard. That's Matthias Bauer. But at the front, it's Salo in there having a really good go. We've had Martin Brundle's done very well in this series. Mark Blundell. We've had Johnny Herbert. But we've never had one of the legends win this.
No.
So this could be a first here.
The one that always surprised me, talking of the legends, was Derek Bell, who was utterly hopeless.
Yeah.
He's raced so many things with so
yeah, but you know, he's watched Derek, 68 years old now. He doesn't look it, but a bit of a move down the inside with the orange car.
Jakob Litwin in the orange car. So going through. So
the interesting thing, Dave, if we can get a look, see these front runners, how many boosts they've got left, because it will make a difference in the closing stages. It always does. You think Goldbeaker's had his finger over that button here?
I think Salo has used as many as he dares.
He's going for early glory.
Nilsson has been a little bit more conservative, which I think, as you have said, will pay dividends come towards the end of this race. We're on lap 3 of 11 here at Hockenheim, and Salo is 5/10 behind.
See, that's Binder. He's used up best part of half his bushes.
Yes.
You see there the orange car, and he used up 3 or 4.
So there's Uben with 9 pushes to pass left. He's in 3rd place. And Uben under a bit of pressure from Trebbing.
Yeah, I mean, Dennis got quite a lot of pressure on his shoulders, really. He knows he's got to deliver this season. So he's had those 2 wins at Sebring and the Mazda MX-5. Look, second car was on the bottom. Yeah, that's a Mika, and he's going to use all those up.
Yes,
and all of a sudden, people behind him are going to have 50 horsepower more for the odd second there.
Just looking for a...
yeah, that's Dennis.
Now we should be able to see here.
Yeah, Trebbing's got a Dennis and Menace painted on his crash helmet.
Yes. So there is Nilsson that's leading then, and we're... there's Mika Salo going through, and then Uben and Trebbing.
Yeah. Dennis on a charge now. Family in the, they call it in America the rug business, carpet business. So in Cape Coral.
8 and 7.
Oh, look at this lot!
And that's Binder right.
Yeah, Binder with a whole group behind him. People like Giesler rather, who's been in this before.
Fabian Dan's in there as well.
Yeah, he's another second year sophomore drivers at St. Estates. Yeah, get over there, mate. Didn't make much difference.
No, to be honest, it didn't. But there's
there's the 5 car.
Rasmus Martin.
Yeah.
And also in number 5 there is Christopher Burkham Ramirez, or is it just Ramirez, Andrew? I don't know.
Well, you know, sometimes they take their mother's and their father's names, don't they, in places in South America.
So 5/10 is what Nilsson has over Mika Salo at the moment, but we know, or we're pretty confident that Nilsson will have more of those 50 horsepower pushes to pass left. As we saw the car spinning then, all on his own. We were with that shot for just a second.
I still see the tyre smoke settling.
Didn't quite pick up on who it was, but that spun all on its own. Didn't look like it was provoked in any way at all. Hopefully we'll get...
Here's Dennis having another run, is he? Oh dear, that's it.
Jonas Giesler.
Yeah, say he was in the championship last year, but He wasn't one of the front runners, young driver. And,
he was running in 9th place at so there is Uben then still under some pressure from Trebbing. Feeling that Trebbing's going to come good here, Andrew.
yeah, I think so. Giesler's just...
There's the car going round.
Oh, yeah. He
Absolutely
didn't
no provoke at all. So what caused it? Because the damage is there already,
The damage is there already, yeah. Oh, he'd been hit up the back in a substantial way. So I don't know, maybe
that caused the...
oh, yeah, there's the reason.
Yes, you can see that now. So Giesler's race is done and dusted, that's for sure.
The teenager is heading to the pits. Had quite a bit of karting success. He was 8th here at the end of season race. Giesler, one of his best results, and finished 13th in the championship last year. Going to get any points today. So, I mean, the interest here, well, there's two interests in there. There's Sarlo trying to beat Nielsen, he's right behind him, and then Trebbing and Uber battling over 3rd place. There's a bit of a gap back then to Adam Gladich.
An update on the pushes to pass. Nielsen's got 5 left. Mika Sarlo, 2. So he's been a bit happier with that.
I wonder how many Dennis has got. There's Dane moving through. That's 10. That's Jensen. That's Casper J. Jensen. There is another Casper Jensen that races in Denmark. Older guy.
Yeah.
He's quite well known, but this guy's got no form at all.
Okay.
He's just come out of the karting. Casper J. Jensen.
So, as I said, I just have a feeling Trebbing is going to do this.
I think he is. We haven't got Aditya Patel we had for a couple of years, Indian. We've got another Indian guy this year who's going to have a lot of Volkswagen Polo racing in India.
Now Trebbing.
Well, yeah. They're neck and neck coming out of there.
Yes.
And neither of them got many boosts left either. I think I saw Dennis had 4.
Well, he's got less than that now. They're both using
that's
them,
it. So they won't use it. Dennis has just got the line there. And is he going to get past Uben? Uben's got the line for the inside. And will he go out wide, and will Dennis do the switch inside? No. Just not the right place to do it in the complex here. Dennis has got 3 pushes. And are they coming a little bit closer to the top 2 now?
Yes.
Sarlo has dropped back, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's probably used all those pushes.
Yes.
But and we've still got 6 laps to go.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
5 laps to go.
So Trebbing takes another look. This has been a good battle that's raged virtually from the start, hasn't it?
Yeah. But Uben has got 4, spectacled driver.
Yeah, Trebbing on 3 now. So
I have an idea that Uben actually works for Volkswagen in the machine shop. Something interesting like that. We have got a driver in here who's come from the Volkswagen factory. They had a big competition for all the apprentices, and I think they started probably on simulators and things, and it was written tests and all sorts. What's that? Can't quite see who that was in there. It's a bit dark. And he's called Jan Frank Karsten. He's 19 years old. He's a VW apprentice, and he won the deal against 599 others, apparently.
19th on the track
he's
at the
an
moment,
ice hockey fan. The Mexican driver, not doing badly. It's his debut in this.
Uben has certainly got a bit across Trebbing now. Just slightly concerned.
Maybe he used up, yeah.
Trebbing had got a bit of an issue.
He's got 2 pushes left. Well, you know, if you push the button, Dave, and you know, and you're in front, you're going to, and the other guy isn't pushing it. Oh, that's what happened.
That's what it is.
Just lost the momentum and then banged it up on the curb, you see.
Yes.
Lost some drive.
So Sarlo it is that's still in 2nd place, not been able to get past Nielsen, as we see Fabian Dans going past Jakob Litwin there.
Yep. Got quite a few new guys to come to grips with, haven't we? Jakob Litwin from Poland, been racing in Formula BMW and Kia Picanto Cup, whatever that is.
Oostenrijk, and
can you imagine what it is, really?
Gladich there trading places, and Oostenrijk gets the better of Gladich to move himself up into 5th place now.
Litwin comes from one of those places in Poland, got several Zs in it.
Yes. Knowing as I do, being quite close to Poland. Those Zs don't get pronounced in any way at all. They're completely superfluous. So
that's Binder. He's in that battle, isn't he, with
Fabian Dan's behind, right behind.
It's a nice little scrap.
And then it is Jakob Litwin.
Well, I think Litwin has been quite clever. He's got 4 boosts left. I think they last, is it 10 seconds? I need to check. Checked in the press kit, couldn't see it. They alter it sometimes.
Right.
A strike there. Still in 5th place. His dad, big name in the touring car championship, the 2-litre touring car championship in Germany. He was a Ford factory driver.
So there's Kasper.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we had to take to the inside, didn't
Rasmus Martin there.
Yeah. We haven't mentioned Kotelinski yet, the lady racer from Sweden. She's in 20th place. Got an interesting story, Dave. She had a very famous granddad who won the Dakar Rally. And her mother was quite a well-known rally driver, Suzanne Kotelinski.
There again, taken to 2 wheels. Gladic. So battles rage throughout the pack here with the VW Scirocco R Cup. But the race still being led by Nielsen. There's a long move around the outside here. He got the drive. Absolutely brilliant move from Jakob Litwin. Oh, I do so hope we get a replay of that, because that was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, look at that light flashing. Oh, real rally crossing there. That's his last boost gone.
That overtake from Litwin was excellent. Just powered all the way around the outside and managed to hold on. So well done to Jakob Litwin.
Sarlo still in there in 2nd place, won't count for any points. The 2nd place points looks as if they might go to Uber now.
So Berg Binder it is then that was overtaken by Jakob Litwin. And
he's doing a good job, Litwin, there.
Yeah, he is.
He's new into this series, the 22-year-old. Has done a bit of single-seater racing.
Yeah, Formula BMW, I think, back in 2010.
Yeah, and then before that, this Picanter Cup. Not sure what he did last year.
No.
It was quite a healthy saloon car racing scene in Poland, so probably doing that.
Sarlo now just is taking a 10th out of Nielsen in the last lap. Just taking a look at the sector times, and Sarlo quicker through the first sector. Of course, we're reaching the closing stages of this race for the VW Scirocco R Cup here at Hockenheim.
All the cars prepared by the APT organisation also prepare the DTM Audis, and it's basically a ride and drive situation, Dave. You turn up and the car's ready, you get absolutely everything, the hospitality, the whole thing. The juniors pay 50,000 euros for the whole season, everything, and the Pro Cup boys pay 75. They also get sponsorship from different like Turkish VW importer and so on.
Yep. So then Nielsen, who has been under pressure at times from Sarlo, but the last part of the race has been relatively untroubled, as we see them coming into the stadium part of the complex.
Just to pick up on that story, those drives, some of them quite a lot subsidised, because it probably costs more to run one of these cars for.
Well, when you mention the figures, I mean, it's a great value championship,
yeah, absolutely.
Isn't it?
And you get everything. You get a hospitality package, you get your race suit, cars prepared, ready to go, the damage you do to it, the whole thing.
Yes, no, it's a good deal, isn't it?
This is year 3. As we're on to the last lap now, and Sarlo's having a final push, isn't he?
He is.
See what he can do here.
Took another 4/10 out of Nielsen on that last lap.
Yeah, Trebbing still might have a bit of a chance, because he's only goes on a half a second behind Uben. And look at Mika Sarlo. Got a Japanese wife, and got a huge racing career. Well, Formula 3 in Britain originally, and moving on to Formula 1 and subsequently sports cars, and raced for Audi and a that season with Maserati, and then the Risi Ferrari Competizione team in the American Le Mans Series. Still loves his racing.
Yes.
Been a bit of a hooligan in his day. Could tell you some stories about Mika Salo, but I don't think this is the time and the place.
Well,
he's a character.
Nilsson has led relatively comfortably. Yes, there's been a couple of opportunities for Salo where he's been really, really close. But I think Salo's downfall has been probably his use of push to pass in the early stages of this race. In fairness, that got him up to that position, didn't it?
Alan Nilsson's won these races before. Won at Brands Hatch last season and Norris Ring. Second in the championship last year. I mean, he with the champion out of it, he's the obvious favourite pre-season, and he's certainly delivering there. Salo still pushing him hard though, but he's still got 2 pushes to pass. He's still got 2. Oh no, I thought he had just at the angle. No, he hasn't got any left. Scania sponsorship down the side of the car, and here they're coming towards the line. Yeah, he's giving it. He's going to be smiling all over his face after this. Well, it's one of the best performances by one of the Legends drivers. Somebody who's almost lapped it. He flashes his lights and he takes the first win of 2012 in this 3rd year of this super Volkswagen Scirocco Cup. Uben just holds off Trebing, so it's Nilsson, Salo, Uben who gets the 2nd points, and then Trebing, Oostenrijk, who expected to go well, Gladich.
Litwin, brilliant.
Litwin, he's the first of the rookies, and they Binder. So in the top 10, very few that hadn't raced these cars before. Rasmus Martin was one of them, and he had quite a bit of experience in front-wheel drive saloon cars. Raced Seats in Sweden, an Audi A3, and something a protege of Ekstrom. He's a young man, only 18 years old though, despite that experience. But Ola Nilsson, it is the driving trainer. I think teaches people to drive on ice and in the winter, of course, in Sweden. Excellent result for him. And so on the slowing down lap now, with shadows getting longer here. Had the most beautiful day, Dave. I mean, the temperature's astronomical for this time of year, and it came out of nowhere.
It did come out of nowhere.
People arrived here on Thursday. It was still quite dark and sort of spring, nasty, wet day, and this wonderful summer weather's just been sprung on us. What's predicted, actually? I did check at the start of the week, and they said it would get nice like this. So Nilsson, Salo. Got to take our hats off to Mika Salo.
That is, without question, that's got to be the best result of any of the Legends that have taken part.
Yeah, I think we've had a second. Did we have a second from Martin Brundle? We certainly had a podium from him. A good result from Johnny Herbert as well. We need to look back through all the old results. I think one of those top German drivers of yore, like Klaus Ludwig or somebody like that, did have one very good result as well.
Right.
It wasn't Klaus, but it was somebody like him. Yeah, that was the flashing lights. And the finish bringing the day here at Hockenheim to a close. There's a little bit of wind up there still.
And there's Nilsson still celebrating, and rightly so. And as you say, Mika Salo is going to be very, very well happy with that.
Yeah, he is.
And of course, Salo not going to be in the points. It's going to be Uben and Trebing. But
Salo will go on the podium.
Yep.
And then he'll stay on the podium, where presumably he'll be joined by Eric van der Poel. Whatever happened to Eric? Didn't finish in the top 22. It's a surprise for a man with all that history and success. Oh, he did. Oh, he moved up. Sorry, I missed that. Eric van der Poel, it just says van here. He moved up to 14th, so not a bad result. And the man in the cowboy hat.
So then 15th, Michel Gatting, Shane Kutadia at 16.
Yeah, he's the Indian.
Yeah.
And Michaela Arlene Kotolinsky was one I was speaking about.
Yes, I remember.
It makes you feel like, felt old when I started to commentate on Marco Andretti, having commentated on his dad.
Yes.
But this is the first granddaughter I've ever commentated on, as somebody I knew the dad. He was a good Formula 3 driver.
Yeah.
We used to call him Freddie Elbows Kotolinsky because he was got a bit hectic in the pack.
He could make a car very wide.
Yeah, he could. And then he went on to win the 1980 Dakar Rally for Volkswagen, incidentally.
Right.
Yes. So we've had some several Finns doing well in this race. Scandinavians. There is Ola Nielsen. What did it say on the front of that car? TheFunkTheory.com. Maybe you ought to check that website out. Sure, that's all about.
There he is. Delighted with that.
That's Uben. There's Mika.
Mika out of the car. So excellent first showing then for season 2012 of the Volkswagen Scirocco R Cup.
You know, Hans Topp will be very pleased. He's the technical race manager for this series from Volkswagen. Silver-haired gent you may see down there, usually do at the end of the race, because Chris Nissen, who invented this championship, his contract has come to an end with Volkswagen, and well, it's just coming to an end in a couple of weeks or so, and he's been replaced by Jos Capito, ex-similar position from Ford Motor Company in Europe. So we're going to have a change of management. I don't think it'll affect much what Volkswagen are doing in motorsport. Their big program, of course, is the WRC.
Yes.
And
all eyes on that for 2013.
wow, yeah, we've got a rally going on right at this moment. They're already running a couple of guys in Skodas, of course. And didn't have a chance to check up how that rally was getting on today. But,
do you think there's any likelihood that VW will debut that Polo before 2013?
well, the people are still talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're running the Skodas at the moment. So some of they've had people like Carlos Sainz help develop the car. It seems to be coming along very, very well. I mean, you don't know all of it, of course, but it seems to be the story. There'll be a big party in the paddock. The Scirocco Cup, there's a great big marquee. There's a great big marquee with all the cars in. There's another great big marquee with the hospitality, where we had breakfast this morning.
Indeed.
Full English, complete with tomatoes and baked beans and the whole lot. And they'll have a big party tonight. They always do. Band. I was popped in just to talk to a couple of the drivers before the start of the race, and the band was doing their sound check.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. It's supposed to be loud, I think, by the look of the lineup. Here, Ola Nielsen heads towards the podium. And I'm looking out of the commentary box and just seeing this activity now on the side of the podium. And there, doesn't open the door, climbs on the sill. But, great way to start a year. Give him some momentum. There's Uben. Doesn't look like a racing driver much, does he? But
no,
he's been quick. Just don't know what went wrong with him last year, Dave.
Who does look like a racing driver.
Well, yep. Yeah, the Trill's trying to find out who left that Volkswagen or whatever it was, that road car buried in part of a service station on the A5 toaster. I wonder who. It's a long time ago.
Yes.
There's Mike Sura. So this is happened. He pushed me. I got pushed there. I finished up in the gravel. Bang. No, there we go. Bang. I think Mick has also got the lap record for London's Park Lane.
I just knew you were going to start telling us some of those Mika Salo stories of which you know so many.
Yeah. In fact, he was a bit of a naughty boy, to be honest, and he went and raced in Japan, which was the best place for him, getting out of the way. And because that actually really built his career there. But he's a great guy. And of course, at his age now, he's not quite the hooligan he was.
No.
Here we are with the podium then. There we go. From Svenska, Ola Nielsen. It's been a good day for the Swedes today. We've had Mattias Ekström there.
Yep.
We've had in the Formula 3 race. Very good results from Swedes as well. There's Uben.
The 1, 2, 3 aboard the podium then for the national anthem.
The national anthem, we heard for some great drivers in the past, Ronnie Peterson, Gunnar Nielsen, Grand Prix drivers. And Chris Nissen it is that hands out the trophy. Chris is a fine sports car driver in his time. Came up through Formula 3. Usually have some senior members of the Volkswagen management hand out some of the trophies. The information girls. What a great sponsorship deal. The Deutsche Post people, they provide all the race suits.
Right.
You know, so it's a message being delivered officially by Deutsche Post. I think it's good use of sponsorship, that. And for the said they've got the party tonight. Of course, they don't have to worry about racing tomorrow.
No.
Some races, couple of races this year, they'll have a second race on Sunday, and then obviously the atmosphere is slightly different. They'll be racing again in a week's time, though, of course.
Yes.
The Lausitz ring. A few of the top drivers that have dropped out of this. Very friendly Italian guy, Stefan Proetto, was one of the top runners, wasn't he, last year? I don't know what's happened to him. He sort of resurrected his career a couple of seasons in this and won some races.
It was good that one of the drivers from last year, the English driver from Huddersfield.
Yeah, Daniel Lloyd.
Daniel Lloyd has gone off into Porsches.
Porsches in the UK Carrera Cup, he has indeed. Won an award to get that. So now, I wonder what we're going to do with this Legends podium. Because we've only got 2 left. Although we did see...
we saw Schura there, didn't we?
We see Schura there, although he didn't finish.
Ola Nielsen then heads to the championship, as we would expect, with Uben and Trebing then not far behind. All looking good as we head towards, as you say, Lausitz Ring next weekend.
And then they'll be racing at Brands as well, these boys.
We can see from our comms box that there is still some activity
there
on the...
they usually do it, so see what happens. Yeah, just to go through this calendar, Hockenheim, Lausitz and Brands Hatch is on the 18th and 19th of May, that race meeting.
Good show in there from Litwin then to head up now the rookies.
Yeah, he's the rookie. Yeah, well spotted, Dave. Yeah.
And we're now doing the Legends podium.
Okay.
You can see through my window rather than on the screen, but sorry, Andrew, you were telling us.
Yeah,
about
we're just going through the calendar. Then after the first 3 races, after Brands Hatch, to go to the Red Bull Ring in Austria, where there's a double race. Then there's going to be some action in the Norris Ring, Nürburgring, Oschersleben. There's 2 races, and then we're back here. Well, in October. It seems a long time forward now to round out this championship. There's Casalo, and Eric hasn't got his cowboy hat yet. It's so professional, this series, and they're only racing here once, just in this, but they've got the perfect race suit already made. There's a spiky head, isn't he, a bit? Yeah. And there's Eric van der Poel, Belgian. Formula 1 career really faltered. Raced with Brabham a bit, with sponsorship problems. raced that wonderful Ferrari 333 SP. Third for Bentley in the 2001 Le Mans when I think Bentley finished first and third. There's Chris Nissen. And you know these guys well. And there's another
trophy, Mika Salo.
To add to the long list. The man from Helsinki originally, but now lives in Monaco. And as I said, had his greatest Formula One success in 1999 here at Hockenheim, placing Michael Schumacher, finished second. GT2 class wins more recently, it was 08 and 09 with the Risi Competizione team in Le Mans.
And that's good that Mark Sura has now joined the podium as well, despite not finishing.
Even gets a trophy for having a big accident.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Not a bad deal, is it?
Yeah, I'll tell you a little story. I used to run the British Truck Racing Championship, and we had a Crasher of the Year award. And the bloke who won it was so excited, he ran up to the podium, lost his grip, and went right through the table where all the trophies were.
Was this the famous Radiator?
This is Radiator Red Hopkins. Yeah, you've heard the story before.
No, not that particular one. I've heard it put in the sledgehammer for his radiator. Yeah, hence the name.
Radiator Edge, yeah. So it's all done and dusted for the day here. The floor is slippery with the Henkel Trocken fine sparkling wine. And what's that cameraman's gone up there to what's he focusing on? It's probably just some background for something that's been recorded somewhere. And let's just see the highlights here. We're getting some of the pit crew and the grid girls. So highlights of this opening round of the 2012 did that before, didn't they? Volkswagen Scirocco Cup. Put your teeth back in, Marriott. And yeah, some three-wheeling went on from a really hard-charging Mika Salo. Great drive, hasn't lost his touch at all, has Mika Salo. That was near the end of the race, or was it? Because he was using those push to pass it. But anyway, it worked, didn't it?
It did work. It did work.
What a lurid moment.
And there were a few of those during the course of the...
Yeah, we always have this in the Volkswagens. Another 7 car goes round. He was giddy after that.
That was the...
yeah, that was a crash there from Mark Sura. They've given them a little bit more power this year than last. On 235 horsepower plus the 50 when they press the button. And then the checkered flag fell with a win for the man from Sweden in the red car, Ola Nilsson, holding off fellow Scandinavian Mika Salo, one of the legends. Best of the Germans, Uven, and then the American Trebing in 4th place. And a couple of poles in the top 10. Nice international field. But we'll be back in a week's time with round 2 of this excellent one-make championship as the awards are presented there by Chris Nissen. But for Dave Richardson, I'm Andrew Marriott. We're going to say goodbye until the next time.